weather over the past few days, and it's not stopping anytime soon. A significant severe storm threat taking shape for the Midwest later on today. A level 3 out of 5 threat on the board this afternoon with the potential for tornadoes and destructive hail. So let's break it down for you. What we're really looking at is mostly into the Midwest, but parts of Wisconsin as well as into Minnesota, Iowa, also going to be within this severe threat zone with that level 3 out of 5. But we don't want to forget about our friends into the south. Texas, you are under a level 1 out of 5 when it comes to that severe threat as that dry line starts to move on through. But let's focus up towards the Midwest, the northern tier of the country, because later on today, those storms are going to be bumping up very quickly. And we have all the fuel that we need. We have the heat. We have the moisture. As this warm front starts to build on in and starts to move more towards the north throughout the day, that's when we have more of those storms bumping up. And that tornado threat also starts to be a lot more impactful as that, again, that dry line, we're watching out for this where we could see more storms along this. But it's going to be along the warm front where we have a lot more of that tornadic potential. But again, looking into the fuel for these systems, we have heat and we also have moisture here, Craig. I mean, looking into our dew points, pretty decent. Man. I mean, they're in the mid-60s.
That's
it's not
juicy.
Nothing. That is juicy for the Midwest, especially for this time of year.
Yeah.
I feel like they really have not caught a break. It feels like almost every single severe weather event, somebody in the Midwest or into the northern tier is getting added on to it.
And you know what's so interesting about this is a lot of this started even last month in March when things start to get started, but a lot of the energy was well to the north. And typically you'd expect it over portions of the Gulf Coast states this time of year, but this has been consistent with the track going well to the north to the Great Lakes and the Midwest.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting a little bit of that storm fatigue. I don't blame them, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you're right. I mean, usually we do start to see these storms popping up in this part of the country throughout April.
Yeah.
But March, it happens so early on. I think it caught quite a few people off guard. It caught me off guard. So I know that folks need to be on high alert again today. That level 2 out of 5 force tornadic activity. And it could be seeing EF2 or greater. Our atmosphere is going to be supportive of that today.
I mean, so many big cities and small towns all right in the middle of this threat when you talk about those chances for tornadoes and also some strong gusty winds. How about timing? A lot of it happens when we're trying to get some rest. Traveling is going to be a nightmare as well. But to your point, we do this again today. We'll do it again tomorrow, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But it's just like there's just so much that with that warm front going so far north. Look how things bubble up. What time are we looking at right there?
8 o'clock Central.
And at this point, we're very close to sunset or just past sunset, especially this far north, even though we're getting later on in the springtime. But
yeah, you don't want to be on the roads, that's for sure. I think if you can get home early from work, from after school activities, get home, hunker down, stay where you need to be, and know where that safe zone is.
A chance for flooding, too, with all that rain.
Look at this.
We'll talk about that, too.
It's incredible, the amount of heavy rain that's going to be moving throughout the Midwest and up towards Wisconsin and also in the UP of Michigan. So, yeah, we'll jump into that in a bit, but all modes of severe weather on the table once again today.
And we continue to look to the threat zone as it expands as we get through the middle part of the week. By Tuesday, we have a level 2 severe threat that stretches really from central Texas clear back up into the Great Lakes yet again. And having said that, it's a big swath of real estate. When you talk about more cities involved with this, from Texas clear up into the Great Lakes, the Midwest, we've been talking about you over and over again. But there's just enough time for the atmosphere to recharge and to get everything fired up for the next day. But look at the level 2 threat. Bain, we're talking Texas clear up into Michigan, really even the level 1 threat into western New York. This is for the day tomorrow. We've got some warmer conditions across the eastern half of the lower 48 thanks to that high pressure there. But we have just enough daytime heating to get things back and active once we go through the afternoon and evening again.
It's been incredible to see how quickly the atmosphere has been able to rebound with all of these multiple days of severe storms in similar spots. And I'm also with this, too, timing-wise with it, again, going to be in the later afternoon, early evening for folks. We have all of the heating coming in from the south because we're funneling all of that moisture from the Gulf, and it goes so far north. It's been incredible to see. But, I mean, also on top of that, we do have the twisting of the winds with height. We have plenty of wind shear. Tornadoes are going to be a possibility. This is a big swath that's under that threat. Yeah,
no kidding. And the way that we're set up with this jet stream and the way that it just opened up, basically these storms just keep coming through one after the other, and they're basically riding that conveyor belt, if you will, I guess, right? So, Bain, as long as we get these waves that keep coming in, they do coming in out of the west at some point, drops over the Rockies, then we're talking business. Plus, having said that, we will have, once we get to the warmer air. On the backside of this, rather, we've got some very dry air here. You got a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms over the Rockies. But that dry line sets up every single day. Look at these clusters, by the way, during the afternoon and evening, and you watch those closely. And then as we go through the overnight hours, they're not really holding together too much. Maybe watch for portions along the I-80 corridor, the Ohio River Valley. But then we'll go into Wednesday, and guess what?
Can re-energize.
Yeah.
And that's what happens is when we kind of see the severe threat dying down overnight, and then we get the daytime heating returning the next day, and then boom, it's just copy, paste, repeat.
There you go.
And that's for our Wednesday. I think the one day that we maybe don't have a severe threat is Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we move into Friday, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
For sure.